Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. A big talking point within the Warzone community lately has been the inconsistency of gunfights this year in BO6 Warzone, largely being chalked up to the servers just being incredibly bad. We talked about some of the major server issues in a video just the other day. If you haven't caught that one, feel free to go ahead and check it out. But recently, a player went through and did some testing to highlight one of the more confusing things we've seen in Warzone in a minute, and it's actually the source of a lot of information and a lot of frustration in game right now. So obviously when you go in game and you look at a weapon and you look at the advanced stats, it's going to show you this character outline for the damage profile, and it's pretty straightforward. You'll see, like for instance on the GPR 91 right now, the legs, the bottom limbs there do 28 damage, whereas the upper limb for the thigh area also does 28 damage, hand does 32, the stomach does 32, and that's basically the same all the way up to the headshot multiplier, which is 34. So clearly various different parts of the body have their own damage multipliers. That's not news, that's not different. That's been the case for Call of Duty for several years now. However, in game, if you were to actually very closely pay attention to what's going on when you're in a gunfight, particularly if you lose that gunfight, the game is actually kind of lying to you and kind of gaslighting you into thinking something really strange might have happened because of a glitch going on. So I saw this tweet come across my For You page the other day. Shout out to, I'm not fully sure how to say the name here, Friend, hopefully is what it's intended to be. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. I'll leave a link to their account down in the description below. But they actually posted a little thread here highlighting a pretty distinct issue in game that I totally get why players are wildly confused as to what's going on in a gunfight, why there might be hints of skill-based damage or weird things going on like that, which we know is not real. We have 5 years of objective data proving it's not in the game, but this glitch is not helping with the idea that it might be for those not fully informed on the subject, right? So friend ends up posting this first initial tweet here saying, I've done some testing just to show that the headshot hit markers in the kill cams are not actually dealing headshot damage. The TTK and the hit reg feels inconsistent, but it's not because of a visual bug in the kill cams. So with this, just to clarify and add some context to this, there's been a big conversation going around saying in kill cams right now, they are attributing non-headshot damage to other parts of the body. So that graph that we just looked at, or that body model that we just looked at in game where it showed leg damage was 28 but the headshot was 34, you might see in a kill cam that someone shot you in your thigh, what should have been 28 damage in the case of the GPR, right? But it showed up with a headshot hit marker, leading players to believe, wait a second, it just said that guy did 34 damage to my leg and not 28 because it gave me the headshot hit marker when he shot me nowhere near the head, right? So that is why a lot of people are sitting here saying, I feel like I'm getting insta-fried. Like I just feel like I get melted right away, whereas I'm having to hit an enemy 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times before I'm able to get that knock. I get insta-deleted, and then I look at the kill cam and it says they're doing headshot damage. Are they cheating? Is the game bugged? What's going on here? It's causing a lot of confusion. Friend goes through and says, here's an example of me using the AS Val where I first show the damage when getting a single one of these hit markers, which is 24 to the leg, which is correct for the AS Val damage profile. And then how at both 150 HP and 300 HP, so base health, then also full plate base health, it still takes the expected amount of shots to kill, which is 7 and 13. If they did headshot damage, it would take 6 and 11. At the end, there's also a clip of this happening with the melee. So if we were to go through and actually watch this clip here and pay attention to what's going on, we'll be able to see the damage profile being correct. You see 24 damage is taken there, which is what should be happening with the AS Val. Then it goes through, he gets the correct amount of shots needed for it. However, the kill cam here shows that double hit marker for whatever reason, which in the past has been attributed to a headshot hit marker. So if you're someone just simply watching a kill cam live in game and you see that pop up, you're sitting there saying in real time, wait a second, this guy's shooting me in the leg and it's attributing headshot damage to that shot, which is obviously completely and utterly incorrect. The game itself is showing you something not correct. It's basically lying to you, making you think that something wrong is happening in that gunfight. And you can see the same situation is happening here where he's getting shot in the torso and that double hit marker is showing up, which in the past has indicated you're landing a headshot, or something similar to this double hit marker has shown up, indicating you end up getting a headshot. But to prove that it's even more buggy than we initially thought, you can get meleeed and the same situation will show up. So it'll act as if you are meleeing a player, and in the kill cam, it makes you think you're getting headshot by a melee, which is not a thing. So kill cams are incredibly busted, incredibly broken, more so than we already knew they were, basically gaslighting you in terms of what damage is actually being dealt to you in a gunfight. And by the way, I do always try and highlight situations like this, get the most correct information out. So one, you guys are the most informed, but two, we can also highlight issues like these to the devs and ideally get this stuff sorted so this major issue is not going on in game, leading players to believe something entirely different is happening. It just is diminishing the experience, right? So if you want to get more eyes on this video, draw more attention to this topic, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. It does help share the video around. And of course, if we see any updates to this, the devs actually address this, or anything else goes on in Call of Duty, whether it's news, updates, patch notes, I got you covered with all that stuff on a daily basis. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. We're trying to hit 1 million before the end of the year, and every day we are getting closer and closer. However, there are more examples here of some very weird stuff going on. So they end up saying it's showing 2 hit markers for some reason that will then move in and look like a singular one, and it's clearly not an actual headshot hit marker. So this is also incredibly strange. On the left, you'll see what's the true headshot hit marker. Then on the right, I'll actually go through, move my face cam so we have it more centered there. You'll see what this glitched hit marker is. So you can see on the left here, it's a tad bit more spread out in between the actual hit marker lines, whereas it's a little bit more clumped together for some reason, but clearly in real time, you're not seeing that. You're not zoomed in like this. So it's gonna look like it's the same hit marker, which is a really, really strange scenario. And then the two on the right sort of come back together to form one hit marker. But in real time, when a weapon's being spammed, you're not necessarily seeing that stack back onto itself and then turn into one hit marker. You're just seeing multiple slashes there. So really, really bizarre bug going on with those hit marker visuals. There's also even a bug that Friend shows where it does this glitch double hit marker with the shield icon as well, where there's now 2 blue shields popping up. So kill cams in general, we already knew they were not one-to-one accurate of what's actually going on in game. Sometimes they're sped up, sometimes it's more snappy, sometimes they're in slow-mo, sometimes it's laggy. Like all sorts of strange things already happen with kill cams because they're not one-to-one 100% replaying what happened in a game. They were already not to be trusted at a certain level. But now information in the kill cam itself is even worse than we thought. The game is just straight up not giving you accurate details because of a visual bug that in real time you'd never really pick up and notice unless you already knew the situation that we're talking about here. And I think this is especially unfortunate because you may recall just a couple of days back in some of our Warzone patch notes from an update that happened back on the 19th, they actually said they improved the hitmarker UI to help identify individual shots more easily, yet clearly there's hitmarker UI that is still wildly broken going on in game right now. So absolutely something that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, it's going to continue to spread misinformation in game and lead players to believe something very strange is happening with their opponent's damage, which could lead to that opponent getting unfairly reported, potentially shadow banned because that system sucks so much, or just players refusing to believe that the damage profile numbers are accurate. Either way, it's a bad look for Call of Duty. It's definitely something that needs to be addressed here, and I did want to shine some more light on it. But that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new here, you want to guarantee that every single day you are in the know for all things going on in Call of Duty, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.